Welcome back to the Crypto Millionaires Club. Today we're going to be talking about why we believe the fork, as in the fork for Ethereum and the fork for Uniswap, aka PulseChain and PulseX, are taking so long. Now, as far as we know, technically it has been over 1 year, and a lot of people are waiting, especially for it to launch. But not only that, those who got into the initial sacrifice phase, they are waiting for this massive launch. So ladies and gentlemen, if you will, take up that opportunity to smash up that like button, but not only that, smash up that subscribe button, because as you guys can see, we are covering PulseChain, we are covering PulseX, we are covering Hex literally every single day. And once the mainnet launch happens, you guys, this channel is going to blow up. So do not miss it. So Richard Hart, we all know Richard Hart is the man behind the scenes, and Richard Hart has stated that we are waiting, but the big question, what are we waiting for? Well, Richard Hart states whenever it comes to PulseChain and PulseX that the devs are pushing the project back just a little bit. I do personally believe that we're going to launch in a few months, but I believe that the devs are pushing it back because they want to make sure everything is smooth. They want to make sure there's no issues whenever it comes to bugs, right? They want to fix everything. They want to make sure it's not congested, especially the day that it launches. And not only that, but I personally think that they're waiting for the bottom of a bear market. So ladies and gents, right now, as you guys can see, PulseChain, this is the PulseChain Testnet Explorer, and you guys can see that, yeah, they're running through a lot of transactions. So as stated, there's a lot of things that they have to make sure that run smoothly, especially whenever it comes to the mainnet launch. Not only for PulseChain, but also for PulseX, right? The DEX. So we have two forks at this current moment. Now, if you guys don't know anything about crypto forks, well, right here we have a short little article that states Crypto Basics, a fork in the road. So obviously this is very, very important. So the big question here is, what is a fork? Well, think of it like this, that every now and then you get a notification from your mobile bank app, and it's telling you to download, right, or reinstall or update, which may include bug fixes, improvements, and new features. Now, I'll tell you guys right now, with my bank, I hate it. All the time, they're always like, you need to update your app. Well, it is important that we do that, especially for these bug fixes, improvements, and new features. Well, not only that, ladies and gentlemen, it states right here that updates that this type are very controversial, right? So they're not controversial at all. So since you don't really have any influence over the changes, and if you refuse Barclay's most recent update, you'll soon start having security issues, or the app may just start working. But when it comes to updating cryptos, remember, you guys, remember that PulseChain is a fork of Ethereum, right? And PulseX is a fork of Uniswap. So whenever it comes to updating cryptocurrencies, things aren't that simple. So in contrast to your banking app, cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin are open source and decentralized. So there's no ultimate decision maker. So upon source literally means that anyone can legally copy the computer code and repurpose it, making it whatever changes that they see fit. So this means that if a change to Bitcoin was proposed for which there wasn't a consensus, an agreement, there is always the risk that someone will be determined enough to literally take the project in a new direction by creating a fork. So for example, ladies and gentlemen, we have Bitcoin, we got Bitcoin Cash, we got Bitcoin Gold, we got Bitcoin Segment. We have so many different type of Bitcoins out there. However, we still have the original Bitcoin. All right, so very important you guys understand that. So a fork is essentially what happens when a consensus can't be reached about improving a blockchain's design and function. So it means that people can't agree. It is a change to a design of a blockchain, creating two paths, one which nodes and miners need to choose, like meeting a fork in the road and deciding which route to take. So ladies and gentlemen, whenever it comes to PulseChain, remember, PulseChain is basically supposed to be an updated Ethereum. In this case, it's created by Richard Hart, right? It's supposed to be faster, It's supposed to be more energy efficient. It's supposed to be deflationary, right? It's supposed to be more secure, less congested. Same thing whenever it comes to PulseX, right? PulseX is supposed to be the most liquid DEX whenever it comes to PulseChain. But not only that, ladies and gentlemen, low gas fees, right? Low transaction fees, low whatever. There's so much improvement whenever it comes to PulseChain and whenever it comes to PulseX. So the question is why is it taking one whole year? Why is it taking so long whenever it comes to PulseChain and PulseX? Well, as stated, Richard Hart wants to make sure that the Explorer, right, is working 100% smooth. Now, yes, a year is a long time. I'm not going to lie. It's a long time, especially if you sent money into the overall sacrifice phase, right? You sent a lot of money, millions, thousands, whatever you got, and you're still waiting. I mean, I get it. It's a long time. But we need to make sure everything is updated, right? We need to make sure that the nodes are working and running properly. We need to make sure there's no bugs. We need to make sure there's no vulnerability whenever it comes to hacks. We got to make sure everything is running smooth. And sometimes, in order to be a successful project, right, you have to work on these things. And it takes time, right? Success takes time. It takes patience. So I believe that Richard Hart is waiting patiently for the devs to make the announcements. Same thing whenever it comes to PulseX, right? So we have to make sure that both of these blockchains, right? So we got PulseChain and PulseX, both of these cryptos. We have to make sure that everything is running 100% smooth. We don't only have a brand new blockchain, but we got a brand new DEX. So we have to make sure everything is running 100% smooth so we don't have any type of issues. So PulseChain and PulseX, ladies and gentlemen, I think Richard Hart is doing the right thing. Personally, I believe he's waiting for the bottom of a bear market, as we've talked about before in previous videos. But other than that, let us know what you think. Let us know what you think, because I think he's doing the right thing. So ladies and gents, if you will, as stated, take up that opportunity to smash up them like buttons, right? Smash up them subscribe buttons. You guys need to be here when we launch. Like, you need to be on this channel because it's gonna blow up, you guys. We are gonna be covering PulseChain and PulseX literally every single day. So smash up those buttons right here, subscribe, smash up the notification bells, turn on all. You guys will get a video every single day. So other than that, you guys have a beautiful day, and we will see you in our next video. All right, and ciao.